Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday, February the 7th. I appreciate you tuning in with us today. I'm going to go through stuff real quickly here, as quickly as I can, but again, thank you so much. We have more grants, to talk about in regard to broadband, and these are called lead grants, which stands for, we've always got to have a name that, stands for something, but this stands for Line Extension, Advancement, and Development. Now, these awards are 10 awards totaling $33 million. These awards will enhance the broadband access in 9 counties, impacting 5,200 families and businesses together that previously lacked significant connectivity. And the counties that will be benefited from this round of awards include Cabell, Marshall, Mineral, Pendleton, Pocahontas, Putnam, Ojai, Wayne, and Wetzel counties. So we're just continuing to move across the state and make things better. That connectivity turns into real dollars and economic impact to all of us, because businesses then can do and show their trades and move very quickly and everything, and it absolutely turns into more and more and more business revenue and more revenue across this great state. So really, really happy to, see a lot of this going on, and we're just going to keep at it. As you know, we talked about FEMA and a major declaration, a disaster declaration that was approved for Boone, Calhoun, Clay, Harrison, and Kanawha counties about the flooding that occurred last year. FEMA teams are now going door to door in the affected areas to give residents information. Pay really close attention to that, and if you've missed these folks and everything, get in touch with us, and we'll help in any way to facilitate this, because that we all know those storms and everything, especially the flooding, was really tough, really tough. We absolutely were turned down in the beginning. We went to bat wholeheartedly, as we always try to do, for the great people of West Virginia, and we won in this one. So get in touch with us if you're not talking to those folks and you've got an issue or a claim and everything, and we may really be able to help. We just graduated another class of correction folks. Now just think about this. In doing this is a massive achievement in staffing our correctional facilities with a graduation class of 53 new officers that just graduated last week. And with all that being said, let me read just a couple of things. The Southern Regional Jail and Correctional Facility in Raleigh County has achieved an outstanding milestone with 0, gosh, this is amazing, compared to where we were, 0 staff vacancies now. This accomplishment is especially noteworthy, considering the facility had a 30% vacancy rate in September of 2023. So we're working it. Thank you to the legislature that has given us the tool to be able to pay people more and do things and everything, but we're working it, and we work it diligently every day, but this is good news, really good news. We don't want people in this state hungry, do we? And how I've stood really staunch about that, but here's something that we need your help on. The West Virginia Department of Education is actively seeking partnerships with organizations for the Summer Food Service Program. The Summer Food Service Program ensures that our children across this state can access nutritious meals during the summer break. Now, just listen to me. Please listen to it. You still got a lot of tough things that are going on in this state, and there's a lot of people that are really hurting. But when it comes to kids really hurting, do we not want to step up? Do we really not want to step up? And absolutely, when you just think about kids that really and truly are struggling because they're possibly going hungry. They're absolutely at least going hungry from the standpoint of nutrition. And so in the summer, is a difficult time for us, in the education department. We need organizations to partner with us to be able to help and ensure that this tough stuff isn't happening. So please step up. Call our Department of Education, and if you're interested in becoming a summer sponsor, you can reach out to the Department of Education, but please step up here and help us. Okay, I've got a bunch of art awards here, and I want to just say that today I'm announcing the winners of the 2024 Almost Heaven Governor's Art Exhibition. All West Virginians can view the winning artwork right outside my office at the state capitol. And here I go, and I'm going to read all of them and everything, but these are the winners. In the high school division, the first place, now I'm going to start third. Third place was Ada Griffith from Tulsa High School. We congratulate Ada. Jaden White was the second place winner from Riverview High School. And our first place Best of Show, Emily Garrett from Braxton County High School. Now look at those. Just look at those and imagine the talent of our young people. Can't be any better in my book. In the middle school division, our third place winner was Ashton Bailey from Lincoln Middle School. Our second place winner was Rayleigh Cochran from Lincoln Middle School. And our first place winner was Natalie Garrett from Braxton County Middle School. A lot of good stuff going on at Lincoln Middle because they play second and third. Okay, the winners in our elementary school division. Third place was Tegan Payne from the Arts in Action program. Second place, Joseph Roselius from Big Elm Elementary School. And first place was Madeline Bazzi from Shady Springs Elementary School. And all I can say is just this. Keep up the great work. Your talent is absolutely noticed and not unnoticed. Absolutely. Keep up the great work. We're really proud of all of you. We're proud of all of you. These will be on display. Please come and see them and everything. It's amazing the talent of our kids. So come and see them and support them. That's good stuff. You know about Operation Rest in Peace Potholes? Last week we kicked off Operation Rest in Peace Potholes. In the time, our DOH road crews have patched approximately 1,600 miles of roadway and laid down 1,250 tons of asphalt. So, we're moving on it. We're going to stay on top of it. We're going to absolutely put all the potholes deep in the grave. So we were able to start a little earlier because we've been blessed with this warmer weather and in the winter here. And we're, like I said, we're going to stay on top of it. In regard to our substance abuse disorder, according to the 2023 Medicaid and CHIP scoreboard, West Virginia is a national leader in getting individuals treatment for alcohol and drug abuse. Since January 2016, we've seen a 25% increase in Medicaid providers offering substance abuse disorder treatment services. Again, all I want to do is just step up and say, we're making a dent. We got a long way to go. And absolutely, there's a lot of folks that are taking advantage and getting some real help and getting their life turned and going in the right direction. I want to thank everybody at the Department of Human Services, the Department of Health for all their efforts in addressing these challenges of this terrible drug epidemic. And we're making a difference. We need to do more. We all know we've still got a ways to go. So let's just stay at it. Okay. Jay Jacobs has retired. Now just think about this. Jay Jacobs, his voice goes with us forever. And not only that, he was a heck of a basketball player. I mean, let's just think about what he did at Morgantown. His scoring record stayed intact for decades and decades and decades. In fact, just last weekend on, I guess, Friday and Saturday, I saw that record shattered by a young man from Morgantown High School. This record stood for 68 years, 1,628 career points at Morgantown High School that Jay Jacobs scored. The record was finally broken by a Morgantown senior, Sharon Young, just 5 days ago at the Battle of the Spring House at the Greenbrier. And I happened to just be there to be able to see the record fall. But Jay, gracious sakes, we thank you for your service. We thank you for being the great athlete that you were. But we thank you for more than anything, for all the incredible, incredible times that we've heard you on our broadcasts and everything representing our great university. So with all that being said, whether it be Willie Akers or Jerry West or Jim Justice, congratulating you for all that you've given us. I want to do this. I want to give you, and Jay, I don't just pass these out like candy. I have probably, since I've been governor, only given 20 or 25 of these since I've been here. But I want to give you the West Virginia Distinguished Award, the West Virginian, basically, the biggest honor that I can possibly give you, and I want to bring you down. And, we need to do that relatively soon, and we'll do it on my briefing or something like this. But understand, I just think that, when we heard you for the last time, in our contest against BYU, it, in a lot of ways, it's a sad day, but in a lot of ways, it's a celebration of a life and achievement. Unbelievable, unbelievable. So nevertheless, we're going to have you down real soon. We're going to do a Distinguished West Virginian Award with you, and it'll be a lot of fun with me, that's for sure. Last thing I've got is we're going to be in the Northern Panhandle tomorrow, and we're going to give away a check for $9,213,355 for the construction of a new school, a new elementary school, new Benwood McMeechan Elementary School in Marshall County. And then I'll be going to, I guess to another stop in Marshall County and doing 25 art organization grants that total $700,000. I'm sure Randall Reed Smith will be with me, and we'll have some fun with those folks. But congratulations, everyone. That's all I've got right now.
All right, thank you, Governor. We'll now go to questions from members of the media. The first today from Charles Young with WV News.
Hi, this is Charles Young with WV News. Governor, I wanted to get your thoughts on Senate Bill 614. This is the school discipline bill. It's similar to 2890, which you signed last year. That bill gave teachers in grades 6 through 12 the discretion to, exclude disruptive, violent, etc. students. This bill would extend that power from 6 on down. What are your thoughts on that bill, sir?
Well, Charles, I'm waiting on it more than anything, and you know me, I don't dodge anything. I try to answer as best I possibly can all the time, but I need to wait. I need to really wait until I see all the particulars that are in the bill and everything. And they're going through different changes and all that kind of stuff right now. And let's just see. But, Charles, I would tell you just this. In many ways, and this is where I have seen so much success with communities and schools. Charles, whatever it may be, there's lots and lots and lots of pressures on our children today. And with all of that, whether it be bullying or just the fact that somebody doesn't have a coat, or maybe they don't have a coat that is good enough that they're not embarrassed at school, or maybe really it's something to do with what's going on at home or drugs or on and on and on. Charles, some way when a child is bombarded with this, a child can oftentimes decide all I can do is fight back. And then when that child, becomes disruptive in the classroom, then the whole class is suffering. Well, Communities in Schools really steps up and has helped so many different children. It's unbelievable. And at the end of the day, we need our classrooms without disruption. We need our classrooms safe, but we got to help these kids too. We just got to help them. So, Charles, I'll wait, and when I get it, we'll be able to talk more about it.
All right, thanks, Charles. Next, we'll go to Mark Curtis with Nexstar Media.
Good afternoon, Governor, and prayers from all of us for baby dog with the surgeries coming. Everybody loves that little dog, so God bless her. Governor, I wanted to get a response to the announcement that Carter Bank is going to auction off the Greenbrier Sporting Club to try and recoup some of the money. It says that your companies owe the bank $300-some million. And I know your two children are running the companies now and you are not actively involved, but I'd like to get your thoughts on it. That's an iconic piece of West Virginia property. It's not the Greenbrier itself, but it's the sporting club that's hosted so many golf tournaments and get your thoughts. Some of the members called me today. They're very upset. They feel that dues and membership fees were mismanaged, and they're worried about their own financial standing down there. So just address the issue, please.
Well, Mark, let me just go into it a little bit, okay? First of all, because of confidentiality agreements, that I can tell you that when you hear the real truth and you hear really what's happened and what's really gone on, you're going to be appalled. That's all there is to it. First of all, I would tell everyone, that you've seen me almost on a daily basis now for 7+ years. You've seen my commitment to who we are in the state, to all the people, to try to make things better, not wanting anything, all the different things that I do. You know me. You know me up and down one side and down the other. You know me when I tell you that I tell you the truth all the time. And you know me when I challenge you to find something that I've told you that's not true. Now, my children are running our businesses. But, Mark, I would tell you Carter Bank has been terrible, beyond belief terrible. I mean, more than your wildest dreams could ever do. And we're not going to put up with it anymore. That's all there is to it. And so with all that being said, we're going to push back. And we're going to push back like you can't imagine here. Don't forget just this, that months ago, we filed suit against Carter Bank in federal court in Raleigh County for in excess of $1 billion. In excess of $1 billion. And we think our claims are absolutely valid and justified. Now, with all that being said, why in the world do you think all this is going on? All you got to do is put 2 and 2 together. For 20 years, I basically had all of our banking with Carter Bank and Worth Carter. We never missed a payment. We're never late on a payment. We absolutely were the greatest of friends, and I gave the eulogy at Worth Carter's funeral because everybody knew of how close we were, and that's what the family wanted me to do. And then Worth Carter dies. And then the bank turns upside down and turns 1,000% in a 180-degree direction. You know, absolutely, since that time, we have been paralyzed in our businesses over and over and over by the activities of this bank. And we've put up with it because, to be perfectly honest, we didn't know what else to do. It's been really, really, really tough. There's no question about that. So all I can say to you is just, you've got to just do this. I don't believe there'll be 1 ounce of anything sold, period. Absolutely. We want to protect the sporting club and all those members in every single way. And with all that being said, I really believe when we get to proper rulings and we move forward, you're going to, and we're able to release what we really know. And what I truly know right now that I can't tell you, and I am biting the whole side of my tongue out, or a cheek out, because I want to tell you. I want to tell you so bad what these people have done. I want to tell you the track record through and through of exactly what's happened. And I'll be able to do it someday, but I can't do it right now. All I would say is stay tuned, watch what's going to happen, and with all that being said, just rest assured just this, that all this stuff that's going on, my kids have got it. They got it, and they're on it and everything, and I'm way, way, way in the background, and there's no way on earth that I'm going to take 1 second of focus off of what my job has been since day one. I've put up with this nonsense the whole time I've been here and everything. But absolutely, there's no way I've taken my eye off the ball. I am so proud of what we've done and what we're going to continue to do. I just stay tuned and, not react to a bunch of, a bank, and I've called folks this many times, but bad actors that use the media to hype something about their position and use it to pressure us into doing something that isn't the right thing to do. So all that being said, I just say stay tuned.
All right, thanks, Mark. Next to Brad McElhenney with West Virginia Metro News.
Hi, Governor. Hope you're well. Hope your dog is too. Governor, to follow up on the $300 million in debt to Carter Bank, that is an outcome of personally guaranteed loans that went into default last April. Why not just pay that, or at least make good on a portion? Thank you.
Brad, it seems, well, first of all, I don't have a drawer here with $300 million in it. You can just write a check and pay for it. But there are so many other extenuating circumstances where maybe we could have paid for it, and maybe we were blocked. And so I would just tell you that you just got to wait. You just got to wait till you hear the circumstances and as to what's happened, and you're, like I said, at the end of the day, you're going to be stunned, as I was, stunned, by the conduct and what has happened, and so at the end of the day, you got to remember a bunch of things. There was a day that we owed Carter Banks, I think it was $780 million. And that was when Worth Carter died. And through that amount of time, we have paid them diligently and paid them down, paid them down, paid them down, paid them down. And I think the debt somewhere is plus or minus $300 million. Now, through that time, we've paid them down $480 million. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what really and truly we've been able to accomplish. So along the way, I want Carter Bank to be paid off in full. But really and truly, Carter Bank, has got a real dilemma on their hand. Because on one hand, we may very well owe Carter Bank $300 million. But on another hand, we feel like they owe us in excess of $1 billion. And so all this stuff is going to come out. And I just hate for the great folks at the sporting club to have all this going on. I just hate for the fact that, that I'm the governor, I'm a senatorial candidate and everything, and Carter wants to use that to be able to use the media to cause, a firestorm and everything to be able to put pressure. So, like I said, we're not going to put up with them anymore. That's all there is to it.
All right, thanks, Brad. Next to Micah Leith with WAY.
Hey, Governor, hope you're well. Last night, the leading candidates for governor in the Republican Party gathered in Raleigh County for a debate. I kind of want to ask a question kind of based on that. What are some issues that the next governor is going to have to handle, and what can these candidates do to prepare to hold the highest office in the state? Thank you.
Micah, let me tell you this. When I walked in the door, things were pretty tough. And today, things are pretty doggone good. Now, if I were running for governor today, you know what I'd say? I'd say, look, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Governor Justice and I'm going to say, what do you think? What do you think we ought to do? And the second thing I'm going to do, some way, somehow, I'm going to keep what has already been built to this incredible positive tsunami that we have going on in West Virginia. I'm going to keep it going. That's all there is to it. That's exactly what the next governor or potential next governor should be saying in my book. That's what I'd say. I'd say wholeheartedly, for crying out loud, let's give credit where credit's due, but let's keep the momentum going. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We saw what reinventions of the wheel did for us 7 years ago back. We saw that, didn't we? And we saw the fact that 7 years ago when we walked in the door, we were flat out DOA. Now, if we think all of a sudden what we're going to do is we're going to come up with some miraculous idea and literally we're going to go in a 180-degree different direction and lo and behold, it's going to work. It may. But you know what I'd say? I'd say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's go. Let's go with where we're at and what we're doing. Mind a store. Continue to bring businesses and every opportunity to us. Invest in our kids, like programs like Communities in Schools. Absolutely make things better in this state while you're minding the store and not inflating the budgets and everything and throwing our money away. Make things better. But that's exactly what I've done, and for all these candidates that stand up, and I didn't see the debate. I've not listened to any of it. That's for them to do. But I can tell you just this. What we need to do is we need to do what anybody that had good business sense would do, and here's what a good business partner would come up, or a good business person would come up and say, I'm going to do exactly what we've been doing, and absolutely I'm going to just try to continue to make it better and better and better. That's what I'd do.
All right, thanks, Micah. Next to Stephen Allen Adams with Ogden Newspapers.
Yeah, Steve Stephen Adams of Ogden Newspapers here. I was looking, we're approaching the 30-day mark here of the legislative session tomorrow. And that first half down, another half to go. But I was kind of looking to see if there was any movement on some of your specifically requested bills and outside the usual updating of income tax terminology that usually happens. There's not been a lot of movement, including your tax cut proposals. Where do we stand on that? Who are you talking to? Who are your people talking to over in the legislature to get moving on these agenda items? And what's the conversations like? I mean, are you seeing any support on the House side? TAR has obviously been very vocal. Have you had any conversations with that side? I mean, where do things stand? Thank you.
Stephen, I've always got all the respect in the world for you and everything, and I appreciate your question. And I would just tell you just this: we're in constant communication, and it's just kind of the way the process goes. First, you go through a lot of I don't want to throw stones, but you go through grandstanding, social issues. You go through all kinds of stuff like that. We really probably the most important thing, 100 to 1, is the budget and getting things in place. I hope like crazy that my tax cuts will get through, because that's something we need for absolute certain, with all of our people. We've tried, I think we've gotten 23 tax cuts through since I walked in the door, and this is 3 more. And as long as we keep putting money back in the hands of our folks, they'll do more and more and more great stuff for us. I think we'll get there. The reception and how we've all been working together and everything's been really good. I think we'll get there. There'll probably be some bumps along the way, but we got 134 folks upstairs, and we need their help, and we're going to, continue to all work together. But, whether it be our Senate President or our Speaker and, and all the different folks, lots and lots of communications all day long. And really and truly, it's all been good.
All right. Thanks, Stephen. Governor, back to you.
Okay. I've got to give Baby Dog's prediction for the Super Bowl, and I know what it is, but I'm going to write it right here really big where you can see it. We've had a lot of conversations about this, and Baby Dog is really confident in what she's saying, but here it is: Kansas City 31, San Francisco 17. That's what Baby Dog says. One year she hit it almost right on the number. But nevertheless, this is what Baby Dog has to say right now. So think about it. Anyway, all y'all enjoy the Super Bowl. Enjoy all these times. And I do appreciate a little prayer for her, because she got some probably tough stuff ahead and everything. And the only thing is, Bulldog getting put to sleep 2 different times on 2 fairly significant surgeries. Isn't he fun? And but we're going, we're going to take care of that and hope and pray everything comes out great there. But nevertheless, I just want you to know just this, West Virginia, I love you with all my soul, and I will till I die. But it's been a biggest honor of my life, and being your governor and seeing all the good stuff that we're doing, and please don't get occupied with what our family businesses are doing and everything else. I guess there's some bad stuff that can happen and to you, but I never would have believed this action, especially from a lender. But nevertheless, we're going to do what we always do. We're going to stand up for what we think's right. But nevertheless, thank y'all so much.